Opened back in 2003, have a look at the Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. The scene in South Fly, Eagles fly, as they get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. 25-yard line.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
How best to describe that one?
Tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike, check, 59.
Now Howard. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Sunday. Hey, wahoo!
Man up, D.
Wentz will try again on 2nd down. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal, and the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Deshaun Jackson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a 3rd-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A huge play there for Chicago. 44 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Eddie Jackson with the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Good track, good track.
5-9, 5-9.
Check 59, Mike.
From the 30 on second down, Wentz throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down.
Big stop, let's go.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Waiting. Black, come on. Two Janet. Protein spill.
He's checking crack. Mike 5-9, Mike.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Over the middle, complete to Arcega-Whiteside. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
To throw again on second down, Wentz. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's third.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for our Eagles' first down.
Here we go.
First and 10
20.
at the 22-yard line.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball.
Wentz now on first down. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Throwing is Wentz. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick-6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-0.
Makes the score Eagles 21.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and we're just calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Play action. It's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Trubisky will throw. Going up top for Miller. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Anthony Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Point after, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you...
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. A pretty wild first quarter, 21-7, our score. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a second down coming up.
Check, crouch, crouch, crouch. Check three, Tyson. Hey, kill.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. It's complete left side to Aguilar. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
58 right there. I got one.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Now he's forced out left, and he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Now on fourth down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Tariq Cohen is deep for the Bears. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right at the 35. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over first and 10.
Lock in. 180.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he picks up about 6 as he gets this down to the 41.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a third and long. Now Trubisky on third and long. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, it's Howard, and they'll bring him down right around the 13. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Go. 180.
It's been a long day for you. Check.
Solid.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Lefty.
Running with Howard. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Eagles first and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Here we go. 20!
59. I got it.
What's up?
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, 57, 57.
Mike Part 9.
Hey, orbit.
Let him know.
Now Wentz again. Right side caught by Jackson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Again, it's Wentz. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. And Elliott puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, the drive started the shadow of their own goalpost all the way back at the 2. Pretty nice job of getting downfield and at least getting 3.
Agreed on that one. A real nice job because really their goal was to get out of the shadows of those goalposts and give themselves a little bit of room to help out their defense. Instead, they got 3 points out of it.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Come on, D.
Draw play here. Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Check. Watch it before. I can't believe they let you play.
Now Trubisky to throw. The screen pass here to Cohen. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. A gain of 39 that time.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
Now, that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. They will get 4 yards here on the 1st down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Draw play, Cohen, and spins away, and inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one, and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ran, no. Hey,
1st down, here's the run to Montgomery. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd and 2. Trubisky, and incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. The Bears on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. 4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage. Matt Nagy has made the decision. They're going to go for it here.
Here we go. Watch the pass.
He'll pitch it back. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and run a little bit.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Let's get in there. 58 to Mike.
On play action, it's Wentz.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to Tokyo. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check, 59.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Wentz to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Trubisky gives to Cohen, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
2nd and 10. At the 12-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky to the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time, and it's 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Tariq Cohen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright, and it's no good. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This fielded at the 2. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this 3rd quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and it's shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Try to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, turn it out.
Let's go. Great.
58's Mike. 58's the Mike.
Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Hey, man.
They'll throw on 1st down with Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 23 yards, the final tally. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. And that's caught inside the 35. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 34-yard line. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple, Trubisky buying time to his left. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. Trubisky now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. He was trying to find Anthony Miller there, and it's 2nd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2.
Alert, alert! Hey, let's go. Tommy Cross. Hey, let's get this.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Watch the pass. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Switch.
Go.
On first down, Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Running from the gun with Howard. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop.
2nd down at the 31-yard line.
Here we go. Back man. 120.
You might be getting tired.
Two jet.
This is Howard on 2nd down. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Here we go. Mike, check. 59. So don't say nothing.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Aguilar has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Now Wentz. Good footwork at the 30 on the crossing route. Complete. It's Jackson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
Throwing here, Trubisky. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
No. This might be the best of the bunch. They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They run with Howard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Sunday.
Kill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 33. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flushed out right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Wentz to throw again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
One universal in football, when it's a kicking situation, all right, you're kicking a field goal, an extra point, you're punting, you never want to hear a second thud. That means the block has occurred. Imagine being the guys on the bench right now, the defensive unit. They thought they were going to get a cushion when they went back out on the field. That's no longer there.
They had the chance to take a second-half lead, but the special teams unit, they said, not on our watch. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now on 2nd and 16, Trubisky. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He's got his tight end, Burton. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. They go play action. Trubisky. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Now it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete. It was the veteran safety, Malcolm Jenkins, who got a hand in there to disrupt it.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time.
You hate to give the ball away here in the fourth quarter while you're just holding a slim lead. But that punt, absolutely ideal. They pin them inside the 5-yard line. They give their defense a really nice opportunity.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
It's a gain of 35.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10.
Hey, empty.
To throw is Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Khalil Mack, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Check.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. On 2nd down, Montgomery. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Here we go.
Back to throw. This complete left side to Aguilar. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
That ball's caught. Aguilar right side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
5, 10.
Wentz to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. The clock cannot be stopped here. Defense can't do anything. So kneel it down, take it home.
No doubt about it. It's what you practice for in winning situations each and every week. Victory formation. Take a knee and go on into the locker room and celebrate.
Call it a victory. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for Chicago, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this, as they're not back in action until week 11. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.